Good morning and welcome to the Ohio Means Jobs Columbus Franklin County Job Center's Employer Highlight Series. Today we have Brightside Academy of Ohio with us, and I have Cynthia, Bradley, and Cherry joining me. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and then we'll get started.
Hello, my name is Cynthia Harold. I am the Community Relationship Liaison for Brightside.
Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Bradley Jones. I'm the talent acquisition specialist here at Brightside Academy.
Mary Orlina. I'm the Vice President of Operations and Human Resources.
Awesome. So we have with us today all levels of that talent acquisition spectrum from Brightside Academy, it sounds like to me. The way that we normally like to handle these, for those that haven't attended one of our Employer Highlight series before, our goal is to really help you get to know one of our local employers who is actively recruiting talent here in the Columbus and Franklin County market. And so we'll start by talking a little about the company itself, get into benefits and everything. And by the end, we're going to talk about how you can connect for specific positions with this team at Brightside Academy of Ohio. So let's start, guys. Tell me a little bit about the company. How did you start? All that really good history about Brightside Academy.
Okay, hello. Brightside is a early learning academy in Ohio. We have 14 centers here in the state of Ohio. Four of them are located here in Columbus, Ohio. Our mission is to provide high quality education to early learners who might not even have the opportunity to get that. So we're in different areas of the state that opens up that world of bright learning to our early learners. We enroll ages 6 weeks to 12 years of age. We have before and after care programs with over 10 years of experience of educating our youth and getting them ready for that next step. We have K readiness. We accept all types of forms of payments, including the public funded childcare, which some refer to as Title 20. We are currently opening enrollment and we are hiring, looking for awesome talent to join our team. And I'm going to pass this over to Cherry, who is our VP of Human Resources and Operations, to tell you more.
So at Brightside, we go through a very rigorous talent acquisition. We have actually just implemented so that we're very focused on recruiting talents. We've implemented another talent acquisition rule in Columbus, which is another region of Brightside. And the reason why we did that was because there are, with the scarcity of workforce, especially in the early childcare education, we definitely need a lot of hands in order for us to generate more applicants and interest to work with Brightside. And so with regards to the application process, even if the position is an assistant teacher, we take it very seriously and it passes through a lot of hands. So what it means is that, when we post a job, they respond to it. Bradley, or now we have another talent acquisition in Columbus, Erica, filters all the resumes. And after that, Bradley passes them on to me. And if the candidate is suited for the role, I pass them on to the center directors. I mean, that is rigorous. It is, even if the position may be an assistant teacher. And the reason being is we want to make sure that we do hire really good candidates who we are true educators and would not just, it's really not just taking care of the kids, from 6 months to 5 years old, but really providing the quality education that they need. And that's really it. It's a very rigorous process. I think far more complicated than any other positions I've ever really have seen.
Yeah, I was going to say, just listening to everything that you're talking about, I always talk about work that matters. And obviously, the individuals that you are recruiting for are definitely in that category of work that matters, because parents are working, you know that is a reality right now. Is, you know, with the way things are, we often have both parents in the family. You know, everyone is working. And so from that aspect, you want your child in that space where someone's really not just watching them, but they're mentoring them. They're really helping them to develop so that they can do their best. And it sounds like you guys are implementing some really good screening to really make sure that you're getting those best candidates, so that when you have a client who leaves their children with you, they can feel very confident. So I applaud you for all of that, for sure. One of the other things that I think is really important to talk about is just the culture of one of your centers. And I think, you know, after what we just talked about, that's probably even more important, because I'm thinking, as an employee, I want to make sure that I'm working in a great environment. But on the flip side, if I'm a parent who might consider taking my child to Brightside Academy, I want to make sure that they're in that same great environment. So let's talk a little about the corporate culture that you guys have, how you support your employees, you know, that type of thing.
All right, so that's a very interesting question, because the answer is not as easy as a typical company. We have one culture, and we obviously, follow the same core values. The reason why the answer is a little bit more complex, it is because, like what Cynthia said, that we have 14 centers in Ohio, and the culture relies heavily upon the center director, who is actually the leader of each center. So we as at Brightside, we have, an umbrella culture of, everything, high quality education, caring and nurturing. But at the same time, the center directors of each academy has a very large impact with regards to how they lead the employees, as well as how they interact with our parents. And the reason why we actually have that kind of, I shouldn't, for lack of a better term, flexibility, it is because we have different communities. The culture of our community is also very different. So our center directors, as well as our education directors, kind of like, you kind of like comply, kind of like adjust to whatever the environment is. And so that's why, that's really what the culture is, it depends on how the center directors feel and adapt to the environment. So.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful, though, because the world that you work in is very different, just like the world that we work in. We aren't producing widgets. We're working with people, and there's obviously emotions, and there's things that are very situational. So I think for me as a candidate, it would be very reassuring to know that you are responsive to my community and to what we need, versus just one blanket, this is the way we're going to do things. So I think that's absolutely awesome, and I think that's a great approach to take. Kind of moving forward from there, though, let's talk a little about benefits and that type of thing. So, as a candidate who might be ready to start employment, what type of benefits do you offer? Is there a wait time or anything like that, so that we have an idea of what people would be looking for?
Yeah, so the benefits, we do offer full benefits, which are, health, dental, vision. We also offer childcare assistance as well. And another thing we do offer is a excellent CDA program, which would help you attain to being a lead teacher. So definitely, we do encourage a lot of our assistant teachers to attend this program, so they continue to evolve with us and grow us here at Brightside Academy.
Yeah, that's another piece that I think is so important, is that idea of professional development and growth. Because we can all think about our first job where we started. You go in really not knowing what to expect and where you want to head, and then as you work, you kind of figure your path. So it sounds like you guys are really prepared to support that way. With the benefits, just for clarification for everybody watching, is there a specific amount of wait time before benefits kick in for things like medical, dental?
Yes, it will be about 90 days.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah,
that way,
pretty typical.
Yep. That way everyone knows they're going in. We like to always give as much information as we can on that
Right.
topic. So I think all that's great. And you can see on the screen right now, we have the URL if anybody wants to explore the career opportunities that are with Brightside Academy of Ohio. You can always go to their website and go into that careers page. We'll start to understand what type of opportunities there are. One of the things that I think we really like about doing this Employer Highlight series is our ability to connect our job seekers to those immediate employment opportunities. And so the great thing that I want to lift up to everybody that's watching right now, on Thursday at 11 o'clock, we will actually have Brightside Academy of Ohio on site doing open application sessions. So that way, if you're interested in one of the positions, you can come in, meet the team, actually not just see them on the screen right now, but actually put face-to-face conversation with it and really start that application process so that we can really help connect individuals to fill some of these really important positions you guys are trying to fill right now. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout for that. If anybody has an interest in attending, you can go to our website, omjcoc.org, or you can call us at 614-559-5052 to get registered for that. Okay, so we've talked a little about the history of Brightside and your culture and the professional development opportunities and everything. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it, though. What are the current positions that you guys are recruiting for here in Columbus and Franklin County?
Yeah, so the ones that we are recruiting for will be assistant teachers, lead teachers, program coordinators. We also have facility maintenance positions open, as well as janitor positions open. So we definitely have a variety of opportunities here at Brightside Academy for people to come and join this great team and continue to grow with us.
Awesome. Can you maybe go into a little detail on the difference between like what a lead teacher and some of those other positions are so that individuals might be able to figure out where they might slot into those?
Yeah. So an assistant teacher is basically an assistant teacher for a teacher of a classroom. So you basically help with, anything that the lead teacher may need as far as, setting up, setting up the daycare to doing anything that she may ask or he may ask. Also, for a lead teacher, you may have to have a certain criteria. So a CPL level of 2, 3 or higher, or a associate's or a bachelor's degree. And basically you will set up a criteria for the children. You will run a whole classroom, could be preschool, could be, an interim, and, definitely putting your best foot forward and helping others learn.
Wonderful. And then on your facility maintenance side, are there any specific requirements that you have there as far as experience? What are you looking for there in a good candidate?
Yeah, for our maintenance position, at least I would say 2 to 5 years of electrical experience, any type of drywall, plumbing as well. Also making sure that you do have the highest level is a high school diploma, and also you can pass a background check and fingerprint scan as well.
All right, so you started to go into where my next question was headed. I think you're kind of psychic right now. That was something we always like to discuss, and knowing that this is an early childhood development center. You just mentioned that you do background check. I'm assuming there's a drug screen involved as well. Maybe it would be good. I know Cherry started earlier to kind of talk through the application process, but letting individuals know where some of that stuff drops in as well and what it entails.
So when I mentioned that, oh my gosh, honestly, before you become our employee, I feel so terrible because they go through so many steps. And the reason why is because we want to make sure that our families' children are safe. Really, very bottom line. Can applicants go to fast food and get a job and get process, they get a job right away without going through the rigorous, application process? Absolutely. But here at Brightside, we go through fingerprints, we go through FBI, BCI, and we also that, all the employees are healthy to be able to care for our children. So they have to make sure that they provide us their shot records, vaccine records and medical records, and it's all of that. And it's not because, it's a combination, obviously, of Brightside policies, but also complying with the state. And that is what the state requires, is that all of the educators in the early childcare facilities must go through this, you know, rigorous background. So that's why it's from the time that Bradley interviews them until the time they start at our center, approximately takes about 30 days. So that's how long it takes.
But you know, I think that is understanding, and if there are any parents that are watching right now, they get it, because you do want to trust the facility that you're taking your child to, and you want that best care and that best instruction possible for them. You mentioned all the state requirements. One thing just to clarify for everybody that I know is a very big question right now, with all of the vaccination requirements and everything, does Brightside require a COVID vaccination?
No, we don't.
Okay, perfect. You know, that's something that we get a lot of questions when we have things with employers.
Sure.
So we just want to
So it's
clarify
not
that.
mandated.
It's not, right. Okay, so thank you guys for your time today. I just want to lift up again for everyone that Brightside Academy of Ohio will be at our center this Thursday, February 24th at 11 o'clock for our Thursday with an employer. If you have an interest in sitting down and talking to Bradley, Cynthia, Cherry, and the team, just be sure to reach out to us. Visit us at omjcfc.org. You can call us at 614-559-5052. You can email us at info@omjcfc.org, or you can actually just stop in the center. We're located at 1111 East Broad Street near downtown Columbus. The other thing that I do want to lift up as well, this is a core virtual hiring event week, which is super exciting. You know, not only do we have you guys here on Thursday, but we also have our core event where people can connect with you virtually through that hiring event, which is a great way, you know, if they can't make it here, to be able to get that process started. For more information on that, you can also visit our website. So Cynthia, Bradley, Sherry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for
so
having
much,
us.
Scott. Thank you for
Thank you
having
much.
us.
Yeah, hopefully we can connect you with a lot of great candidates. Okay.
We
Thank you.
hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.